All right. Well, I'm making a video. It's absolutely the weirdest, strangest, most random day, but I had a session that I needed to tell the people in Australia that I had the wrong day, so I did that session, and then I had another client who was making a call while I had that session, and then I had a client cancel. Okay, I'm going to make a video during this exact moment because my other client was Katie, who we were going to work out the details. And so I'm happy to talk to you about the retreat right now without Katie. I'll get with Katie eventually, but I'm going to let you know the details of the retreat and why we are doing this. So, the retreat, and I've done many retreats, and I put some pictures today from my Scotland retreat. The idea is that we need to commune to become a community, but also to do it in a really wild, wonderful setting. So, what I'm going to explain to you today again is I've sent out some notes to people that were interested, and it's basically by invitation, but I will accept other people who are very dedicated to being spiritually responsible and coming together to co-create an experience together. So many people have already received the details about that, and it's private and it's by invitation only. But certainly, if you know that you fit that experience and you can be in the wild, um, in a huge, vast area and commit to co creating community together, some of the activities that I'm planning are to increase our biofield, to understand that you are a living organism and that you're interacting with nature, which is also a living organism. So, the way we approach it is I'm trying to rent, and I've committed to and actually locked in a place, a location. And most of us will be there, but there'll be other people in potentially other locations also. But the idea is that we're going to swim, we're going to be in the water, and we're going to increase our energy field inside the water. And today I actually hope to show you a little bit of video about what your field looks like. And the larger it is, and the more you interact with nature, nature's biofield starts to combine with yours. So, particularly when you're in wild, pristine water like a spring or the ocean. So, the place that I've chosen, and I'm going to show you where it is. The place that I've chosen is this area, okay? And Claude circled this little particular area that we're going to be. But it's on one of the biggest springs in the world, and it's also on the Gulf, okay, of Mexico. So we're going to be in this area that is forever protected, is pristine, is a national forest, but is also like the concentrated area that we're going to be in is 6,000 acres, but there's actually a million acres there. And there's a lot of different things to do. Like I can read right now from the Apalachicola National Forest. There are many other things, including springs, islands, places that you can go to that are like cave systems and things like that, that we are going to do together. But when we're actually in the water, I'm hoping that we can sing and chant and do movements in the water to increase the biofield of our own bodies, but also the water. Because what this is, this very ancient area, this is considered the original Eden. I know everyone's like, where was Eden? Well, this is considered the original area. All of this area, all of this, you see how there's only one road through? I visited all of this, all the way down. I went on a tour this year of all Steinhatchee, Cedar Key, Crystal River, and I went to all of these places to figure out where we could do this together and where would it be really fabulous because there's no 5G. It's in the Apalachicola National Forest. In that forest, there have been the most amazing artifacts, and I'm going to show you some of those artifacts and what is that place. So, not only is it this world class spring, but it is an amazing area of archaeological interest, but it's a stargate. And that's what people don't know. And I think if you've done your research, you know there are stargates in the cosmos, which I was talking about when I was doing my astrology lesson, but there are also stargates on the ground and there are stargates inside of you. Only a human can open the stargates. So I've talked a little bit about that. Like it's really important that you not get, some alien being saying, can you open these stargates for me? Only a human and a human DNA can open the stargates. So I'm going to show you this place where we're going to go has some of the most amazing artifacts. This artifact, that's a picture of it. Look at it. It was in the spring where I'm hoping for us to dance. There were other artifacts there also that did not make any sense because they are made out of metals, including gold, that does not even exist in that region. So from this is from Tallahassee. You can actually see these artifacts. What did they look like? Okay, obviously that's a dolphin. There's a lot of interesting symbology in these artifacts from this area. Look at what they're made out of and what they mean. What is that? What is that? That's a Stargate. That's what it is. Look at these artifacts. Those are things that were actually in the Wakulla County collection from specimens that were collected, and they are still now found in the South Florida Museum so that you can actually see these things. You can see these artifacts. There was another one that I wanted to show you also. It's really clear that our ancient selves were involved in this area, but look at the pipes and the unbelievable decoration on the pipes of that area. Um, that thing, I don't know what that is, but it looks to me like they were a very advanced civilization that knew things about the power of the vortexes inside of our hands. You see, that's a hand right there. And there was another form that was an anthropomorphic form that really intrigued me. So this is kind of what Florida looks like. Okay, very ancient trees, but metal is not found there. And yet these forms were made out of metal in that whole area. So you're going, wow, who, what, how did that get there? And there are some really interesting artifacts also with human type of figurines. And I wanted to show you this one that was a cat. And I'll have to bring this book with me so that you can all look at these different artifacts. But it was an upright cat. This is basically what the water looks like there. And I was in this water. So I swam a lot in this water and felt into this ancient land of what are these artifacts. I had a client explain to me that she knew that the portals from these areas, from this whole Gulf Coast area, have underwater caves that go to the Yucatan. So the Yucatan, that explains some of those artifacts. But when I was in Crystal River and I was climbing some of their shell mounds, these beautiful ancient pyramids, they seemed to make cymatic wheels, like they had 5 different mounds in Crystal River that equaled the pentagram geometry, but then their artifacts looked Mayan. Like when you go into the museum, all the artifacts were Mayan looking. But to me, these are all the same ancient people on the Atlantean portal. So that's what this area is super fascinating to me. And the highest vibration, the most pristine water, the most ancient land really feels like that Apalachicola um, area. So that's where I'm planning. I've already put a lock on the rooms. And there's other places around the area too. So if you want to bring your RV or you want to do some other kind of like Airbnb, there are other locations all around that area. It's about 25 miles from the Tallahassee airport. So, when I did the retreat in Scotland, I rented a big place and there were rooms available. This time I'm letting you reserve your room and pick a room. It's a beautiful, beautiful place for people that um, are, in our community. And I know you, so you'll be invited, and I will send you those details. But it's a gorgeous place. It's like going back in time. All right. It's like from the 1930s, Victorian, gorgeous, gorgeous place, and has never been developed. Why is this not developed? Why is it not a 5G city? Because it's a massive cave system. It's a huge underwater estuary of ancient primal water. So that's why I'm choosing that place. And I want us to be in the water. I want us to sun gaze from the water. I want us to like increase our energy field from inside of the water. And yes, as I made the introduction, we'll do other ceremonies too. So I want you to basically bring your dream journal, write any poetry, any songs, any music that you want to share, because we will have kind of an open mic night. I'm not sure we'll have a microphone or not, but there's beautiful natural areas where we can all sit together and share authentically. So I want us to co-create this. And when I did the one in Scotland, everyone has to get their own source of transportation. Some people are already telling me they're going to drive, some people are going to fly, and somehow we'll figure out. You can get an Uber type of thing, or even it said that you can get a bus, but the accommodations don't have transportation for you. So you have to either rent a car or figure out with other people how to get a car together. So we'll see. It'll be a very small group, because what I want us to do is create community together in a very authentic way. We will do a ceremony. So I have the cacao and the Tupelo raw honey from that area. So the raw honey is in that area. And we've already researched that and actually made purchases. We're also going to experiment with anyone who wants to try Blue Lotus. The lotus flowers are all growing there, but I have tinctures of Blue Lotus. So we might try that for anyone who feels like they want to try Blue Lotus, which really opens your abilities and gets you more profound dream time. I want to connect with the elementals. There's beautiful hiking trails. You're going to need like a natural blanket or a natural something that you can haul in a backpack and then sit on and meditate and sit together. I also want to do on the full moon a silence, like when we're just using our telepathy or just being centered within in a really silent way. So there's a full moon during that. And I do believe that if we're inside of that area together, we will be able to go out and walk in silence in the moonlight. So that's an advantage of the people who make their reservation early, is getting in there into that central core place that will all be together. But other people might be in Airbnbs and whatever. There's a fish RV park where you can also go fishing. But when we did Scotland, everybody just gets there and then we set up the itinerary. Like when we were in Scotland, we went to the beach, but we also went to the dolphins and we saw the dolphins. Some people took a tour to the Isle of Skye. Some people took a bus over to Cromarty. But in this case, I want us to kind of go together with a very spontaneous agenda, like, because how AI is messing with stuff, I will let you know based on the weather and what it looks like when we will do what. But I want to do a trance dance. I want to do an outdoor bonfire if that's possible. And I want us to get really connected with the land, like very into the intimate, Like, what are the elementals there? I want us to greet the water like this is an ancient being, like we're going to the spring, and she's not going to just rejuvenate us, but we're going to rejuvenate her. That's my idea, is that we get very connected to the land again. And that increases your biofield, that increases your energetic body, which is what will eventually go through the sun. So let me see if I can share with you that one little video, and we're going to play, and we're going to be playful. And that's the important thing, is how happy and playful can you be during this event? How wonderful can it be, to experience the water together in a group? So yeah, this is my, when we did the Highlands, that's just some pictures of Claude and I don't want everybody walking around with their phones. So it's not like I want like everyone posting this on the internet. I want it very proper and private. And in fact, I don't want you to carry your phone. So you'll have to tell your family that you're not going to be online during that time. So yeah, here's some other pictures when Claude and we had a big group, you know, they all came into this one place, and then people kind of did what they wanted to do, but we all had meals together. And what I like about this place is, yeah, you're going to get food all day long. If you don't want to be in that place, then there'll be other places. But it is kind of that energy where I want us to create community and see that humans can be together in a very loving presence. Um, and we'll do ceremonies and activities, but mostly it's about connecting with nature and connecting with each other. So here's the
And the man's head. No wonder so many people have pets who give them pleasure and provide a vital field of energy to interact with. Wherever there is motion in the universe, there is increased flow in the field that humans interact with. See the explosive activity from the waves and from his body. Also, the electromagnetic field of the body is negatively charged or ionized, as our waves are tumbling water, which further expands and heightens his field, giving a physical exuberance and emotional excitement. No wonder that a day at the beach is so exhilarating and vitalizing. We all love a babbling brook and the freshness of outdoor vegetation and mountains. Most of us believe that it is relaxation and beauty which refreshes us. From our research, we have discovered that living plants and a rarefied atmosphere provide a richer field of negative ions, which heightens and replenishes our own energy field. Notice that the man's field becomes light in color and high in frequency, sparkles, and radiates some distance from his body.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we want. So that's a documentary from the 1980s about the bioenergetic field, or the aura, which I've been explaining to you about. So now you know why I'm choosing that place. And that is also very close to where I live. So I will be driving there. But this whole area, okay, is the water, the springs that I'm always talking about. The manatees are there, the otters are there, the playful creatures are there. And then here's the Gulf of Mexico with the dolphins and all the creatures. And I went all the way over to Panama City. I went all around to find us the best place that we could be. And it's really that location. It's like your biofield, you're just full of energy and light and frequency. It is that place. So I want us to experience that. The other thing, there's a certain amount of chaos out there. So it's important to find your tribe. I'm going to read to you a little something that I love from John Trudell. And let's see how this goes. The American lie. You say your way is based on law. Well, you can count us out. Say and do what you must with the AI governance bill. We do not recognize it. We see air, water, land, spirit of life. We do not recognize the AI governance bill. The American lie. It says, you are civilized and money and science will make you who you are. Churches, bombs are the proof. That's the American lie. We are forever Earth in our mother. This natural environment is our home. Even if we are absolutely alone here, we are not by ourselves because our mother is our home. The American lie says you are free, and yet, are you a captive? Are you a prisoner of what you cannot see? These 5G towers, this electromagnetic AI death cult. The American lie is captured by the illusion, and it is perishing to its own history, his story. We are forever washed in water. We are forever warmed by the real sun. We are the relatives to the wind. We are the sight of the sky. We are alive. And you, AI governance bill, is the lie. And we will watch you go as the land lives forever. So that's the kind of the spirit, like that's the poetry of the heart, is like we are the life. We are the way. We are. And so this retreat, this rewilding retreat that I'm putting together is about that. It's about what do you want to offer? And the people that I've sent invitations to already have already said they have things to offer. Some of the people that have been on our videos, right, that we're already in community with, they're going to be there and they have things to offer. They have gifts. So it's not just me. I'm not doing this retreat. You are. We're going to co-create it. We're going to see who we are together, moment by moment, spontaneously arising like a spring of life. That's the rewilding retreat. That's communing in the community with nature. Thank you all so much for listening. And I look forward to seeing you soon.